Oh, revenge is sweet. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Jim. I have... Jim Jr. I've been so looking forward to giving this speech, but never before in the history of weddings has a best man been under more pressure to deliver a clean and humorous speech. In fact, many people had been whispering over recent months what I should and what I shouldn't say. But then I heard Mary had made inquiries to find out exactly what my speech contained. So I'm sure you'd all like to know that this is the official, authorised family version of my speech. And for those of you old enough to remember Blue Peter, here's one I prepared earlier. My name is Alistair Haydock, and as I said earlier, this is a great honour for me to be best man at today's wedding of Jim and Mary. It is my job to thank everyone for their efforts in making today such a special day for the happy couple, especially the beautiful bridesmaid, which Jim has already mentioned, and all the staff at Portavadie who have made today such a wonderful celebration for us all. But there is one more thank you. And that's to Mary, for finally making a decent man of Jim. And according to a number of websites I've referenced in preparation, the best man's speech should contain sordid and catalogue embarrassing stories from the groom's past. Fortunately for us all, Jim told me not to mention anything embarrassing or humiliating, which is a relief, because if I go with the website's advice, we'll be here for roughly three and a half hours. When first asked to be best man, I was of course honoured and duly accepted. Once the idea had sunk in, I started writing the speech, in which case Jim's case was very easy due to the material that was available to me. And it wasn't until I actually put pen to paper that I realised the vast majority of stories would be wholly inappropriate for an audience such as this. However, it would be wrong of me not to give you a flavour of today's groom as he grew up. As a child, Jim showed great promise as a singer and dancer. Hard for those of you who were on the stag do for us to believe, but it was at the tender age of 3.5, that Jim performed the song The Mull of Kintyre at Bearsden South Church. And to the local press's delight, at the then Simon Cowell of Bearsden, they thought they had unearthed the next Gary Barlow. As it turned out, they were almost right. And this was just the start of an illustrious career in music and drama. At aged 5, Jim's party piece was Blame It on the Boogie by the Jackson 5. And I'm sure if we ask him nicely later, he'll show us his moves and vocal talents. But it was aged 8 when he won a talent competition in Sicily singing A Little Love and Understanding My Call that he finally made his big breakthrough, joining the Pantheon Theatre Group aged 16. And he performed in such shows as Anne of Green Gables, The Music Man, Godspell, Mother Goose, and many, many more. Many of us were very surprised that he finally managed to find such a wonderful lady as Mary. Doesn't she look beautiful? He's a very lucky man. But it wasn't just his dancing, good looks and charm that won Mary over. Over recent months, Jim has been seen lavishing many, many gifts upon his bride. In fact, it was only last week he told me he'd bought a new bag and belt for Mary. And Mary informed me last night that the Hoover is working better. Never good to laugh at you. For those of us who know Jim, one sport has always played a central part in his life. That sport is football. I've been an avid follower of Dumbarton Football Club and Tottenham Hotspur. Jim is a great example of a true football fan. In fact, wait for the cheers, Jim, Dumbarton won promotion this season, ladies and gentlemen. The second celebration for us is Jim's company will be co-sponsors of Dumbarton next year. Sadly, his English team of choice, Tottenham, haven't done quite so well this season. But Jim can still be heard in numerous living rooms in the West End. If you subscribe to Sky Television, he'll be round cheering them on a Sunday afternoon. But football played a large part in how Jim and I became friends, and we both played football on a weekly basis. But it was also my first foray into Jim's quick wit and humour, which today he is renowned amongst the boys for. And it was one evening we were on our way to a game and we were running slightly late. Jim was driving and we were heading along Great Western Road at pace when bang, at a roundabout we ran into the back of somebody else's car. At which point Jim and I both leapt out the car to inspect the damage. And as we were standing there, the driver in front came out to join us, and much to our surprise he was a dwarf. And the first words he said were, "I'm not happy." At which point Jim said, "Well, which one are you?" Our team, however, progressed better than Jim's driving, and we both established regular first team places in the team. We actually won the league 2 out of 3 seasons, and Jim got Player of the Year in both. At 6'5", I was called the hammer thrower up front, but Jim was a thoughtful, skillful, attacking midfielder. His only problem was his lack of skill on his right side. Oh, sorry, yes, of course, his skill with his left side, and I've got that written down here, as he was entirely right-sided. This generally resulted in Jim only scoring 2 or 3 goals per season, but I'm sure you'll agree today, ladies and gentlemen, he has scored the best hat-trick of his life. Over the last 10 months, getting to know Mary has been a pleasure. But 10 months ago, when Jim announced he had a new girlfriend, culminating in him treating Mary to numerous nights out, trips to the theatre, meals, and the ultimate romantic gesture, wait for it ladies, a corporate hospitality day at Dumbarton Football Club. I started to realise that this lady was in fact very special to Jim. Their first date, I'm told, was at Rudy's coffee shop in the West End of Glasgow. And from there, they have grown stronger together and are now the reason we are all here gathered today and celebrating. So thank you, Mary, for saying yes to his proposal. Which incidentally, and has been mentioned already, was up a hill, as I'm told to believe. Jim told Mary they were going for a walk, put in his backpack a bottle of champagne, and after a long rambling speech, he proposed, and Mary said yes. But on that particular evening, Jim had booked a luxury room in a hotel with a very special bed. It was actually a water bed. But superstition got the better of Jim for this particular night, and he decided not to go for fear they may drift apart. No heckling yet. Get it off! There's just one more for you. But as you all know, Jim is marrying into the MacLeod family, renowned for building good quality homes, which for me has an analogy for marriage in that you need good foundations. 2 more. A firm structure and a strong framework around you. Something I'm sure the happy couple will find easily as they start their new life together. In 15 years, or 18 years I think it has been, Jim and I have been very close friends, and he is actually one of the best friends anyone could ask for, offering so much support and help when needed. Jim, you really are the best friend anyone could ask for. Still doesn't mean I'll let you win it, Coalition Song. So ladies and gentlemen, I know they're going to the Isle of Harris to relax after this fantastic day, so I better hurry up and end. So ladies and gentlemen, could you please be upstanding, raise your glasses and drink a toast to Jim and Mary.